Hi there, this is Turek. I'm here with another One Piece video, and today I want to talk about Gol D Roger and his execution at Logtown. And what specifically my theory on that he did this purposely in order to tell the world about Raftel. Now we know that Roger is a member of the clan of D, and that they're the God's enemy. We refer this, thinking this of the celestial dragons, and we know that the world government finds those people very troublesome. And so Roger, we found out, when he went to Raftel, he found out the truth about the world government, but there was nothing that could be done there at this time. So, given this and the things that we've heard about Roger and the way he likes to make plans, as Rayleigh said, I have this thought that he went to Logtown with the intention of being both a martyr and sending a message to the world about Raftel in order for his successor to complete whatever the will of D really needs to do. We understand the importance of what the world government's threat. We understand how the threat the world government has to the world, and the will of D seems to be there to stand up to it. So Roger, after he found this out, would have to make sure that the world understood this, and so he laid out a plan for this. And part of this too goes back for me to the fact that how he even found his way there. Tells me some stuff about this. He went to Skypiea and found messages there, and he went to Zoe. But it seems to me that this might have gone back further. My theory part of this is that, given that he has the voice of all things, he probably was figuring out at some point that he had to find something on the Grand Line, that he was being led there. I feel like something was purposely guiding him, that the will of D was very strong in him in a way that this voice of all things was guiding him. Perhaps a future sight. I was thinking about ability where he could see that, or stuff was talking to him and giving him hints too. I'm no debating about how to guess this, but he had to go there, so he had to make this one last trip. And he also said he was dying, so he had to do this quickly. But I feel like when he probably pitched this differently to his crew. Let's go on this last great adventure together, have one last haul. By the way, I think this ability with him having either foresight or luck on his, it may have been what really attributed to his luck. That his luck to survive being chased down by Garp so many times and not dying. And that was his power that led to him, guiding him, keeping him out of danger, so to speak, enough so that he would survive to make this trip eventually. So anyways, he makes his trip to Raftel, and he figures out what happened, and this is his main purpose. This became his main purpose in life at the end, to solve this and perpetuate it, to keep it going so that someone else would find it. And from this point, he had to make plans by having other people help. First, he had Shanks take his hat, which we find out is very important because there's something with Sama knows that hat, and there's perhaps something that's been passed along the will of D. Maybe Joy Boy had it, and I think he told Shanks a bit about how to get the Raftel too, and Shanks is kind of waiting there. Well, someone else has already said that before, haven't they? But anyways, that also made me. I'm thinking that because Rayleigh didn't want to tell Luffy much about Shanks at Sabaody until Shanks told him something himself. And then another part of Roger's plan, I think, was to tell someone about what the will of D really meant. Maybe he told Shanks, but he also told Whitebeard. I think he may have told Whitebeard, whether Whitebeard had asked or not, and I think he may have, as one last favor to the Whitebeard, as perhaps friends now, asked him to, if it ever seemed like the world didn't believe in this tale anymore, that was losing hope, or before he died perhaps, and that's when he did it, let them know, proclaim about the One Piece is real, reinvigorate that. If his plan didn't work, perhaps. So he makes this plan now to have to martyr himself, because he knew this information from Raftel and he had to tell the world. And the way he was going to have to tell the world, he could have told the newspapers, but I think that would have looked even more sensational. There was no real broadcasting that might have worked. Den mushis are kind of like communication devices, like a phone, not really. Well, maybe if he got to got to wherever those broadcast den mushis are, he could have figured a way. But given Roger's flashiness and ways that he liked to do things in a way that really got attention, I think this is the most one he wanted to do, because no one was expecting it either. Also, if Roger hadn't had this purpose, I think his final way of going down would have been a one last hurrah against the Marines, perhaps. Maybe just for the fun of it. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure how reckless he wanted to be. But he turned himself in instead to get the world's attention. And so he knew the world government hated him, hated the will of D, and they would make a big spectacle about this because he caused them so much trouble in his piracy career. And this is what he was counting on. And he had to go with this. And then he was dying, so he was like, this was a win-win for him. He would let the world know about the One Piece, and he would go down in a way that he would get the world's attention and kind of put him out of his misery. Say that. But anyway, he went there and told the world about this, and the world has never been the same since. So that's basically my theory. Thank you for listening.